I'm starting here for... You can think E minor, you can play here. And yes, you'll probably hear me play a lot of the same licks I just did on Fly Me to the Moon. You know where we're at? But I miss you most of all, my darling. Later on we'll do some outlining. And I have my favorite tip to share for you to learn that is think 3, the distance. 3 half steps equals 3 frets. Okay, so minor is down, minor is sad, major is up, major's happy, it's up, minor's sad, down. If I said E minor, down, go up 3 frets, and that's G major. So when you're playing the song Autumn Leaves, I know the first chord's A minor, and by the way, I have to say this too. Don't think the first chord is the key you're in. Don't be fooled by that. Always look at the last chord. What chord is the final chord of the song? Not the turnaround chord, but if you end the song, you know, in this case, let's see. Then E minor. That's the key we're in. Autumn Leaves is in E minor for this version that we're going over, the standard fake book key, relative to G major pentatonic. So when I put on the backing track here on iReal Pro, yeah, that's kind of fast. Sorry, it'll sound like this. This is that one. Generally, a good medium swing tempo is 120. E minor or G major. Here's G major. I'm starting here for... You can think E minor, you can play here. And yes, play a lot of the same licks I just did on Fly Me to the Moon. But I miss you most of all, my darling. Later on we'll do some outlining. But here's that blues sound. I love repetition. Grant Green's one of my very favorite guitar players. He is so soulful and very, very repetitive. This is just E minor, blues, pentatonic, or you can think of it as G major. And again, sure, I think it's nice to know where you're at. Since you went away, days grow long, but soon I'll hear old winter song. But I miss you most of all, my darling. Again, E minor, pentatonic, or G major. And again, I was really focusing on those 2 keys last term. I would say don't worry about trying to play through all 12 keys. That's a very music school thing to do, but I'm not going to have you guys do that. Just master key of C, key of G for now. That should get you by pretty well, I think, especially if you start on the 6th string and the 5th string respectively for those scales. That's a lot to absorb. Again, I think that's a good review right there on a big part of what I was talking about last term, using these particular flavors. And hopefully you're like, ooh, that's fun. You can explore the whole fretboard do that for, try out different songs level. But the next thing we could do is outline the chords. And what do I mean by outline? This is another topic we talked about last term, arpeggios. That means to outline. I'm not worrying about what chord I'm on at the moment. That's what I was saying. Just it's kind of nice to get lost and not have to think about A minor, D minor, G7, C without all those chords going by. In this case, for both of these two examples, I just said, hey, what key are we in? This is called Easy Arpeggio Study, Complete Study here. As I just did. You could just break it up. And I'm starting on the 4th string root. This is the very guitar thing. If you're on the piano, you just start on C. And I hope you know your 7th chord formulas and your 6 chords. If not, this will help reinforce it. So to flat your 7, you now get a dominant 7, C7. And again, I'm starting here on the 4th string, C. And this will also help you learn your notes by doing this and being strict with yourself, this method. Now flat your 3, we get a minor 7. Again, I'm just playing the rhythm freely. 7, circle 7 means C diminished 7. And you won't even see the diminished 7 that often in songs. I mean, more so jazz and pop rock songs. However, we're going to primarily be using minor 7 flat 5. And by the way, minor 7 flat 5 can also be called half diminished because the triad is diminished. And that often, if you were looking at your iReal Pro app or another different lead sheet, you would see a circle with a line through it, diagonal line. That means half dim. And then the fully dim is this one that's on measure 9. E flat. And then C major 6, C minor 6. And just again, have fun with that. Actually, I just wrote out an etude for Mr. Sandman. I'll share that with you guys toward the end. That little riff there by the Chordettes, I guess. But that's implying major 7, 6. Then it does D minor 7 to 6. So again, that's a 1-6-2-5 chord progression. It's one of my favorite, I call it favorite hacks for 1-6-2-5. It's just by quoting Mr. Sandman. I wanted to say they're interchangeable, the major 6 and the major 7, 7 and the minor 6. To me, basically you can kind of mix and match those. All right, C minor 7, and then the minor 6 chord. The 6 did not change. Don't let the word minor fool you. The 6 degree is still the same that it was from the major 6 chord. It's still here in the A note. But the only thing that changed was this is face value. I don't need to put up the lead sheet. If you were to see the song, the chart, which I also sent out, A minor 7, D7, G major 7, C major 7. In this case, upcoming case here, I'm using F sharp with a circle line through it. That's F sharp half diminished, B7, and then E minor 7. That's essentially the A section. I like to put an E7 here, which is not necessarily on the charts, but it's nice to pull us back to A minor 7. These autumn leaves. Again, learn the tune. Not necessarily the words if you want to. Falling leaves of red and gold. And then here's the arpeggios. Face value. I'm just kind of walking a bass line, essentially. Boom. And again, A minor 7, D7. This is just a demonstration, but I'm doing major 7, not 6,